freeze control. Red Horn destroyed, he takes his toll. Spineback serve their new master now. Traitorous the Matron trying combat machine. The Gator must remain unseen. Built for espionage in war. The Kylo Zoid Gator Core. The GPS detector set. Gator jams helix signals met. Skilled in radar and detection. Kylo's built them force bisection. The GPS detector set. Gator jams helix signals met. Skilled in radar and detection. Kylo's built them force bisection. Deploy the Gator to the front, but keep them safe, not bear the brunt. Impede the helicom comes. Avoid the beams, shells and bombs. Time-Mutrodon Zoid will deploy. In the helic war will destroy. Their Zoids in combat with a might. So Gator must travel at night. Keeps the magnets a system right. To reach high speed and then take flight. Gator is not built for combat. Electronic combat format. Deploy the Gator to the front, but keep them safe, not bear the brunt. Impede the helicom comes. Avoid the beams, shells and bombs. The Gator to the front, but keep them safe, not bear the brunt. Impede the helicom comes. Avoid the beams, shells and bombs. Other Zoids Kylos will deploy to battle the helic destroy. March on Gator, jam their radar. Work from the shadows from afar. Deploy the Gator to the front, but keep them safe, not bear the brunt. Impede the helicom comes. Avoid the beams, shells and bombs.